Hello everybody and welcome to a very special video on this YouTube's probably the best video that is out there at the moment. All these people, they're bringing out their videos about this gaming of the thrones and how it sucks now. There's so many videos out there, but this one right here is the best. Welcome to my first ever A&Q. So yes, thank you very much for joining me. I am, of course, Bongo, the greatest movie reviewer who has ever reviewed the movies. So now that Dave Jenkins has done 299 videos on this channel, he said, yeah, I could do this A&Q where you send me questions and I answered them. And thank you so much to everybody who sent me a question. It really touched me, if you know what I mean. It touched me in a very special place. But enough about all that. Let's get stuck into the questions. So the first one is from Jean Mark Manning. Thank you very much for sending the question. And he said, Bongo, when were you born and what were your parents like? Also, what do you reckon is the worst movie of all time? So, yeah, let me tell you the story of when I was born and stuff. I don't actually really know when I was born. I don't know. I was here. So my dad was an insurance salesman named Murray Frost. And yeah, he went door to door, selling insurance. But then one day, he was cast as an extra on this television show called The Gilligan Island. Anyway, during his time on the show, there was a romance between him and this woman named Ginger. And not long after that, Ginger had me, which is why I have the red hair. So they also gave me a younger sister, and at some point she and we moved out here to Australia because she wanted to be an actress on this television show that nobody watches. And I thought doing the YouTubes looked like fun, so we're both entertainers. And she ended up getting married to this guy named Ali G or something, and she moved to Hollywood, and I stayed here, and I'm doing this now, and it's a lot of fun. As for the worst movie of all time, well, there's so many bad ones, isn't there? I mean, you got all these Marvel movies that are coming out that Jenkins is always like, oh my god, I went and saw the Avocados Endgame 19 times or something. So what, Jenkins? They suck. Seriously, it's like the same movie over and over again. Oh, we got the guy who's the superpowers, and there's a bad guy, and But for me, the absolute worst movie, the movie that I cannot even watch without falling asleep, is this Star Wars Empire is Back. Striking or something. I don't know. It is terrible. Jenkins is always going on about, oh, it's one of the best movies ever made. You're stupid, Bongo. But seriously, I mean, how can anyone stay awake through this thing? The first part, they're in the snow. That's not too bad. But then when this Luke walking guy, he gets to the planet, the one with the water and the swamp and that gremlin thing with the ears, you're expecting something exciting to happen, but no, he's just carrying him around on his back, and then this guy gets turned into an ice cube. He was the only guy I liked in the movie, and what else? I don't know. I haven't even seen the whole thing. It's boring. Okay, next question. Next up, we've got, my good friend Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, you sent me questions. Good for you. So this is Jimmy Bucket Small, and he said, hey there, Bingo. Jimmy, we really need to talk about this. You need to get people's names right there's Jenkins' stupid cat. Go away, you give me fleas again. Yeah, that's right, fleas. Yeah, anyway, so dear Jeremy, he said, well, he's got a whole bunch of questions, why stop at one, eh? So he said, what is your go-to date night movie? Well, first of all, of course, I would recommend any of the 50 Shades movies because they're so full of romance and let's just say they definitely work like an aphrodisiac on the ladies. I don't know which one in particular I would recommend. Look, pretty much I would say, hey, after dinner, we're going back to my place to watch the whole 50 Shades trilogies. And if the lady is like, oh yeah, that would be so good, and, afterwards we'll reenact a few scenes, then she's a keeper. On a side note, I also like the movie 12 Monkeys because afterwards you can make this joke about, hey, now that we've watched 12 Monkeys, how would you like to see 12 inches of monkey? Yeah. The next one that Jerome asked me is 1995's Congo in your top 5 of all time? Well, I don't know, maybe top 5, but it's definitely number 4 on my list of best movies ever, so I don't know, is that top 5? Is it? I don't know, I can't count. Let's just move to the next one. So he says, what content creator are you still trying or want to collab something with? What is it? Collaborate. Oh, like I did with the guy. We talk to each other and we make a video together. Yeah. Well, Jiminy, I don't think that is the right question you're asking me. It's more of a case of who wants to collaborate with me? Because, I've got people emailing me all the time. Not that I can read them because I can't type because these arms still don't work. But really, this is all, I'm kind of thinking now maybe any day I'll have Hollywood knocking at my door, because, I'm getting pretty popular and I'm kind of thinking maybe a career in the movies is next on my thing. Okay, and so the last one that you asked me was, since you know Dan Jenkins, it's Dave Jenkins. What is a party trick or useless talent of his? That's the funny thing is, you think he goes to parties. You think he gets invited to these things. He doesn't. But you see, here's the thing, Jason. By asking if he has any useless talents, you're implying that maybe he has some useful ones. So, he doesn't really have either. I guess he's pretty talented at warding away the ladies and making himself unattractive, but I don't know. He doesn't really have anything. Next up, we've got a question from Elton John. Or McDowell. He said, who is your father? Well, I've already answered that question in the first one. It was Murray Frost, insurance salesman and part-time actor. So let's just move on to the next one. We got Karen. And she has said, would you eat this? That's a strange way to ask a question. Anyway, she's put up this picture of delicious food, and I can honestly say I definitely would eat it because if you've seen Jenkins cooking, then you'll know that this looks delicious. What? What's that? It's human leg. Okay. I've just found out that the picture is a human leg. In which case, I would definitely eat that. Haha, let me add it. Can it be Jenkins' leg? Okay, next one up, we've got the Jason Goulding. And he said, from one YouTuber to another, what prompted you to start a channel? Well, I didn't really start this channel, that was Jenkins, but I'm making it better. He invited me along one day. He was like, hey, Bongo, do you want to have a try at doing this? And I was like, well, okay, step aside, Junior. And yeah, I came along and, well, basically, I'm more popular than him. I'm better at it. And pretty much one day I'm going to be doing this channel on my own and maybe let him do the occasional review. Okay, the next one we've got this guy, Fraser Job. Yeah, he used to do YouTube until I came along, and then he's like, oh, I can't do this anymore because Bongo is just too good and I'll never be that good. And he said, have you ever watched the Toy Stories? And what would you do if you found out that you were actually a toy? Well, to answer the first part, yes, I have seen the Toy Stories. And what did I think of it? Well, it was highly unrealistic. I mean, Jenkins, even though he's like in his 60s or something, yeah, he's got all these toys. Like, you look back there, there's toys everywhere around this place. He's a big kid. And after I saw these Toy Stories, there was one night I stayed up all night long and was watching the toys, but none of them came to life. I don't know. That movie was kind of stupid. And to answer what would I do if I found out that I was actually a toy? Well, you know, that's kind of silly, but I'll play along. Well, I would live in fear because, you know, I'm not exactly small, and I would probably live in fear that Jenkins would be having his way with me. I mean, I'm fluffy and warm, and, you know, I know what he's like, and, yeah, I just know living alone by himself with that stupid cat, yeah, if I was a toy, it wouldn't be good. Let me just tell you now, Fraser Job, it wouldn't be good. Alrighty, next question is from Ashley Eric Pistachio. No, Peschel. Eric Ali Schla Peschel. Whatever. Yeah, he said, hi, Bongo. Hi. Here are a few questions. Well, that's appropriate. Is it true you refused a role in the live-action Lion Kings? Well, yeah, you know, it is true. It is true. I was offered the role and, you know, I said, okay, great. When do I start? And they gave me a time and everything. Anyway, you know, I sent them photos and stuff and they said, yeah, you know, that's great, but you're going to have to lose the Hawaiian shirt. And I was like, no, I can't do that. It's part of who I am. It's me. Anyway, we argued and, you know, I said, let's compromise. I'll just wear my Suck My Banana t-shirt. And, yeah, they definitely wouldn't allow that. So in the end, I had to turn them down. Next one, he asks me, what's your favorite song? Well, you know, you're probably expecting something stupid like, you know, Africa or The Lion Sleeps Tonight. But, yeah, that's just stupid. So, yeah, you know, old Bongo, he likes to rock and roll. There's a few songs I like. There's this one by Skid Row's called The Monkey Business. And you got Aerosmith with Monkey on My Back. And there's the Beastie Boys with Brass Monkey. You know, so I like a wide variety of songs. I don't like to, you know, stick with any one particular thing. The next question is, what's Dave Jenkins really like? A jerk. And finally, who would you like to play you if they made a movie about your life? Well, I mean, you know, they could always get me to play myself, like, you know, I'm available, I'm just doing this crappy YouTube channel, but, you know, if I had to pick someone, I'd probably go with Seth Greens, because he's probably about the same height as me, he's got the red hair, and yeah, I think he'd look great in a Hawaiian shirt. Okay, next question is from, oh boy, this is a big one. That's what she said. Jenny Raimi, #Guardians Family. That's a really weird name. Anyway, she sent me 2 questions. And the first one is, what's your favorite book and superhero? Well, to be honest, look, I haven't read a lot of books, but as far as the best ones, I would say the 50 Shades of the Grey, the 50 Shades, what the second one is called, and 50 Shades of Dork. Yeah, you know the ones I'm talking about, the ones with the boobs and the sex and the romance and action, adventure. Oh my god, You don't even need to read any other books. Those are the only ones you need to read ever. And as far as my favorite superhero, well, I have a few actually. There's Supergirl and Wonder Woman and Batgirl and I don't know, basically anyone in a tight costume with big boobs. I am a big fan. Next one, we got, oh goodness me, we got Karen again. She's asked me another question, but at a different time, so now it's down here on the other part of the page. But anyway, she said, Bongo, is Dan your GF? Well, I had to go looking up on that internet what the GF was, but I assume you mean, is he my girlfriend? Well, no, because he's a guy, so, you know, that question is pretty stupid. But look, you know, I guess if he had a vagina and boobs and the long hair and everything, no, I would still turn him down, because he's a jerk. Okay, we're getting near the end now. The next one is from, J.D. Rackman. J.D. Rackman. Thank you, J.D., for sending me a question. He said, do you love this new Dark Cells album, Bongo? And who's your favorite band member? Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say I love this new Dark Cells album. It's a bit angry, and I can't really understand what the singer is saying because he keeps screaming at me. But you know, Jenkins, he keeps playing it in the house and in the car and everywhere. He just cannot stop listening to it. And he keeps going on about, oh, this is the best album of this year, and this band keeps getting better at what they do, and it's the best album they've done, so I don't know. I mean, he loves it. As for my favorite band member, well, I don't really remember who's in the band. I would say Tony. Yeah, Tony is my favorite band member. He's great at what he does. And the last question on this list I have is from Real Doves Movie Reviews, which is good because, quite frankly, I don't like fake doves. They scare me. And he said, thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. Well, yeah, you know, I've watched this trailer only about 50 times because it is brilliant. I mean, movies that are based on the video games, normally, you know, they don't have a very good reputation, but I think this one is going to be up there with the Mario Brothers and Street Fighter and that Mortal Kombat Anal Nation. Yeah, look, it's going to be up there with all of those great classics. Alrighty, so that is the end of the AMQ. Thank you very much, everybody, for sending me the questions. It was fun for you to get to know me. Also, if you go to the link down in the descriptions box, you can find a store where you can buy Bongo t-shirts. Yes, the No Monkey Business shirt, and there's also a Suck My Banana t-shirt that was designed by Karen, who sent the questions in, and yeah, you can buy them, and you know, you look pretty damn cool, I tell you now. And keep watching this channel because, you know, on occasion I get to do something on here. Other times you have to sit through Jenkins, well, he reviews movies, but he also does videos of him taking toys out of their boxes. I really don't understand that. And then he did this video recently where he's talking about all these movies where he's had complete strangers writing their names on them. What the hell? If I had movies like these, well, not like these because these movies are crap, but yeah, I wouldn't let anybody write on them. That's just crazy. I think maybe one of these days I might just round them all up and put them in the bin or make a nice fire out of them. I'll be doing us both a favor. So stay tuned to the channel, and I hope you enjoy everything, and make sure you prescribe to it, and stay tuned for more movie reviews. No monkey business.
Click subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest movie reviews. Skynet will be taking over any day now, so what have you got to lose? Nyah.